Hello! Have you heard of a very special bird called the California condor? Well, if you haven't, it is regarded as one of the rarest birds in the world, with numbers dwindling to 22 at a certain time. But now, with conservation efforts, the numbers are up to 400 and growing. Preservation of the canyon is necessary due to the fact that it supports many prominent ecosystems, holds a vast history of the earth, and instills unparalleled wonder upon all who visit it.
So a lot of folks say that the condors are a keystone species. So when you have the condors, that means everything is in balance. And the condors are essentially, they're like a cleanup animal. They're the cleanup. And they eat only dead things. And so when you have the condor that is part of that full circle, you know that you have a healthy environment. And when the condors are not in that piece, the animals still die, but it's not a full, like nature is not balanced, and I don't know what the whole situation would be with dead animals without the condors cleaning up. And there's definitely condors that don't eat up all the dead animals here, but it's known as a species that can tell that it's a healthy environment when that bird is part of the whole. I was reading about Disney, Walt Disney, or Disneyland, Disney World, the Disney Corporation. And they're trying all these different changes to get people to come to the parks, stay to their parks, come and visit Mickey and all this good stuff. And at the very end of the article, they were interviewing the Disney CEO, and the Disney CEO said, "We are just trying to stay relevant for the next 100 years." And so we were thinking, like, Walt Disney? Disneyland, Disney World is trying to stay relevant in this world? Like, where does that leave the national parks? Like, we should be more relevant than Disneyland, because that's not a real situation.
Yeah.
And so we don't know. We don't know, I don't know, what are we going to do for the next 100 years? Are we going to be here just for another 50 and call it good? Are we going to sell this land off? So we got to figure this out for the next 100 years. Hopefully we're around for 100 years. But the way we act in our public lands and the way our politicians, I'm not going to get totally political on anybody, but we don't treat our lands the way we should. We don't treat our, it's all about electronics and all about individualism instead of coming into parks. It's about money.
We asked a few people how they felt when seeing the Grand Canyon. Take a look at their response.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I mean, that's the only way I can describe it. Just a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's something I'll probably never see again unless I'm flying over, and then that doesn't do it justice.
It made me feel small because it's so large that even if you were to walk down into it, it would take you a long time to walk back up.
Like, every person kind of has their roots just in nature, and when they see it, it's just like almost like a coming back feeling, just because it's just where we came from. So it's really cool to see it and just be out there.
It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life.
You're not going to get enough of it, so
yeah,
it's hard to be done here.
Yeah, that's so true.
You go 10 feet down and then it's just a whole other view, a whole other portion, equally magnificent and huge, but still different.
I feel humbled to be in this beautiful canyon.
Really pretty, and it looks great.
Dozens of California condors now fly free over the Grand Canyon thanks to conservation efforts. Let's continue to keep these beautiful birds alive and thriving.
It's sad if they're gone. It's pathetic if it's our fault.
If you're interested in learning more about the condor conservation, please visit the links in our description box to learn how you can get involved.